Kaboom! Welcome back, everybody. Our next guest is a friend of the show, no stranger to the show. Been here before, been here, done that. He's the CEO of MASC Hospitality Group and the founder of the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Uptown night markets. He's sitting down with us today to highlight everything that he's doing in 2023. So please welcome to the show, Marco Shalma. Marco, welcome, man.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good.
To
How
see
are
you.
you?
I'm always good. I'm always good. I actually kind of love this. This is like a tradition that we get before the season starts. We come on your show, and that sets us off with good luck for the rest of the year. So I'm
Yeah.
happy over here,
Uh,
everything,
I
ready to
remember,
go.
yeah, I remember when we first did this. We came on, we were talking about the whole thing, and then here we are. You're not only in the Bronx, but you're uptown in Harlem, and you're in Brooklyn too.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, we started in the Bronx, and the
Uh-huh.
Bronx is where it's where it's all started. That's what means the most for us, And after 4 years of doing that exclusively in the Bronx, we've been getting so many requests to bring the same kind of experience, the same way of we doing business to other places. And
Yeah.
Harlem was the first one out of the Bronx, and then Brooklyn was second, and it just made sense. People really resonate with the way that we do business and supporting our community and really kind of following our mission statement and more. So, you know what I mean? We,
I,
we have to. At this point, we have to.
I like what you're doing. I like how you started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team's here. How was that experience in 2022? I know you were all over the place, and it was bigger than it was the year before.
Yeah, people keep asking me about this and how we deal with that, and I keep telling them we are the best school in the world. We 4 years we focus only on the Bronx. We learn exactly what people want. We listen to them. We really engage with the community, both the business community and the patrons, and we really understood what it takes to make an event like this, event that also cater towards like people that look like us, that sound like us, POC, immigrant, women. And then we took that information and really processed that. And then the rest of New York just says, like, come over here. We
Yeah.
love it. So, yeah.
So you thinking about maybe expanding to some of the other boroughs because you didn't do Queens yet, and then Staten Island, and then you'll have the 5 boroughs, and then we'll take it to
Ye-
our outer boroughs. We'll go upstate to Westchester County, and then to Long Island, and then into Jersey.
Listen, my brother, like, I think it's you. Are you getting my emails with my team? Because
That's
it
what you're
sounds like
doing. I feel
the
you.
plan for, the plan for 2023 is first and foremost to
Uh,
focus the energy on the existing events and the brands we have, the Bronx and Harlem and Brooklyn, and really develop the experience a
uh-huh.
little bit better. Better food, better experience, more activities going on for the whole family, kids playground and such. And then once we feel comfortable, we want to launch the Staten Island and the Long Island this year.
There you
But
go.
again,
I think I
yep,
was reading your emails. I,
I think you were.
I can hear you. It's just like it comes without even writing anything. It just comes to me. Um, but you have a lot of vendors now, right? You had a lot before the last time I spoke to you. Anybody new that you took on that we should know about?
It's kind of amazing because, like, we have a good strong foundation of vendors that have been with us. I would say like over 35, 40 vendors that have been with us since day one. I'm talking early
Yeah.
2017, uh, and they all doing pretty well. There are a significant amount of vendors that actually, I don't want to say that, like maybe finished the college of outdoor events and moved on to brick and mortar,
Yeah.
and maybe like distribution through major retails and whatnot. And we feel blessed like to be part of their history and their bio moving forward. Every year we have a list of new vendors, and I think like we're looking at a couple of trends which are surprising. Jamaican food is and Caribbean food in general is
It's
making a
going there. Yeah.
big push. We actually had to, like, at one point we had to say, okay, we cannot bring 7, 8 Jamaican vendors.
Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
little bit much, because people still want the diversity. But we're seeing that trend over there. We're seeing that people sway a little bit away from gimmicky food,
Yeah.
and they want more of food of substance, stuff of more like global, cuisine, something with more like tradition and value that connected to like a culture. And we're seeing that versus like, 2019, 2020, we saw more like gimmicky food, take a burger and stack up the Eiffel Tower on top of that,
Yeah, but you know what? When you come here live in person, when we get you back into the studio, you can bring maybe a couple of the vendors. We'll just do a nice spread on the table here. Bring the Jamaican cuisine. We can do some ackee and saltfish with some breadfruit and all that stuff, or some rice and peas, or whatever. Hook it up, hook it up. Because I'm salivating over here every time I talk to you. You're talking about the food, and my mouth starts watering. I can't talk anymore. You don't live here.
I saw where you were going with that. I saw where you were going with that. I saw as soon as I said Jamaican food, I saw your eyes get lit up. So I got you. Anytime you
Yeah,
invite
because
me over there,
everybody in the studio is saying, ask him about the food. Ask him to come in and, he can feed the crew. No, and we got to come down and see you. We keep saying that too. We got to come down and see you at the night market.
Listen, you guys been supporting from day one, and we appreciate the love and the support. And like I told you, this is like almost a tradition. We can't. I told business we can't open the season without talking to Dr. Bob.
Yeah.
That's the charm. That's how we know everything is going to set off to like a nice successful season. The one thing I want to mention, that like this year it's going to be different than other years. We working with different organizations to add like an incubator program that basically going to support small up and coming businesses, predominantly micro businesses, in the process of not only qualifying to the Bronx night market, but also potentially having like a brick and mortar space sponsored by our partners.
Yeah.
So basically all the entire kind of process from A to Z. In addition, like I mentioned, a kids playground is sponsored by a major brand, and basically it's going to have like kids entertainers and different hosts and musical programming and food programming to that kids playground. So it becomes more like an activity that parents can come with the kids, and then after that they can go around and do their thing in the market, and their kids are playing over there. So that's something that we're really excited about to add to our markets this year.
That's a great idea, man. I can feel that. Maybe at the Hip Hop Museum, it could be like a food court, and all the different vendors are in there. You can have, I can see it. I can see it. At the Hip Hop Museum or something like that, where you have a whole floor.
I love it. We should basically, we had a conversation with them a couple years ago, but we really need to re-engage. It's a big year for hip hop this year.
Hip hop's 50 years of hip hop. So you're doing all this good. I know the last time we spoke, you had a waiting list of vendors, people waiting for others to drop out so they can drop in. Is that still going on?
Yeah, so our qualification process is getting a little bit more strict over the years, and and predominantly because of the need to kind of maintain quality and safety, and like really kind of there's a when you have a multi-unit operation, like we have a major festival every week from April to November. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of operation, and we got to make sure that people, the vendors that work with us, understand the texture, they understand the marketing behind it, they understand also public safety, and make sure that they kind of be able to perform week in and week out to the highest level, because the customers expect that. So what we do is we have a quota in which we get like a certain amount of vendors for each one of the brands, and then we try to help those who are in line to qualify, whether it's connecting them with like the DOH, whether it's connecting them with different organizations that can support it, even collaboration with colleges to help them with marketing and branding and business elements. So the Bronx Night Market and the other markets have become way more than just like a festival, like a food festival. It's a whole ecosystem of supporting small businesses and upcoming entrepreneurs.
And it comes with music and everything. Listen, would you like to give your crew a shout out? A lot of the people that are working with you now.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Like, this is important, and like they know that I know, and we know that I know that they know. My entire crew that works with us is still the original crew from the Bronx. So whether we are in Brooklyn or Harlem or Long Island or whatnot, the core crew, the one that really understand what we do and how we do it in the best way,
Yeah.
are the still same core crew from the Bronx that started off as interns and now full-time employees that even that. And we everywhere that we go, we hire local day of kind of team members or whatnot. But the core, and the real people that makes it happen. Like I got to shout out Adelcia Woods. I got to shout out Chad Hammond. I got to shout out B3 Stories. Those are the real people that kind of make everything move.
Yeah. And finally, your website. Where can we go to find out more about everything that you're doing? We want to know.
BronxNightMarket.com or MASCHospitalityGroup.com will lead you to all the good stuff. Sign up for our newsletter. We raffle a bunch of good stuff. Last year, every month we raffled a large screen TV. This year, we have a big surprise that we're going to raffle. We have a project that we're going to raffle a week vacation for 2 people to Barbados.
Oh, boy. I'm going to be the chaperone.
I know you got to go there and get some fish cakes as well. That's all I'm on.
That's what's
Yep.
up. Hey, man, we love you and thank you for everything that you're doing. Rocking the night markets, Marco Shalma, CEO, MASC Hospitality Group, and founder of the night markets. Thank you, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a break right here. I've got more coming up next on Open.